For us to grow, we have to change, right? Growth requires change. You can't keep doing the same thing every day, every week, every year, and expect any kind of different result. If you had 1 + 1, you will always get 2. How is my country, St. Kitts? You still, how are you? Right? If you had 2 + 2, you can guarantee the answer will always be 4. If you multiply 4 by 5, you can be assured you will always get 20. Yes, the maths is mathing. All right? The maths is mathing. So I want you to understand, if you hope to see difference in your life in total overall, you have to make changes. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect any different result. You're gonna get the same result because it's the same thing. A pound of rice cannot be more than a pound of rice. That's it. A pound of rice is a pound of rice. So if you hope for feed 20 people and 1 pound of rice can only feed 10, then you're going to need 2 pounds of rice. You have to make changes. You cannot stay in the same place, doing the same thing, in the same way, and grow.
And use the same method?
Yes.
Or change?
So you have to grow, and growth come with change and pain. Now, as this year comes to an end, as this year draws to a close, I want to encourage somebody. I want to encourage one person on this life today. Just take a mirror and take 7 minutes. 7, you know that number is what, right? Completion. Take a mirror and take 7 minutes with yourself and your conscience in a quiet space, in a quiet corner, and you do look closely at yourself. Take a very good look at yourself. Take a close look at yourself. I want you to take a fine-tooth comb, fine teeth comb, and examine and comb through. Put a microscope over your life if you have to. Search your soul, search your heart, search your conscience. And ask yourself the hardest of questions. What am I doing with my life? What mark I'm leaving on this world? How am I impacting this world? How am I effecting change? I want you to ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what is your contribution to society? How are you helping your country, your people, and your planet? Ask yourself those questions. You see, when you can answer those questions with a true heart, from a clear conscience, in a positive way, then continue. But as long as you cannot, in good conscience, in good faith, answer those questions in the positive, it's time for you to go under construction. You need to make changes. You need to adjust. You need to hire and fire. You need to promote and demote. You need to unfamily some family. I don't need nobody who think they're intelligent on social media. Get this? I don't need none of you who think you're intelligent to say unfamily. I know exactly what I said. No corrections. You have to unfamily some family. You have to just no matter renew some memberships. Just like how you can unfollow me on social media, you have to unfamily some family. Some family so negative. Some family are your biggest downfall. Them are your biggest tie down. Them are your biggest critics. And I know constructive criticism I talk about. You have some family where you have to go on family 2025 if you hope to be a better version of yourself, a more successful, stable version of yourself, financially successful, financially stable, emotionally successful. You have to on some people. You have to unfollow, on family, on friend, on anything them. Because they don't worth nothing in your world on your journey. They are not team builders. They are not team players. They are detractors, and they are there just to distract you. You know, you have some people, you and them are so, and you and them are family, and you and them are bestie, and sissy boo and sissy poo. And they never once lift a finger to support anything that you're doing that will help you to grow. I have friends and family that has never ever, I have blood. I have people that call me sis. Me and them are friend like so, Tamisha, and they have never supported my business. I have friends that I call son and bro who borrow my money for a whole year and left me for sit down and suffer for wait. I tried tear down my business. I have people that never ever come in my shop to buy something when they first think they want to make a purchase. And they are my friends. They go to every other store, and when they don't get it, then come here. And me say, you try such and such a place, me go already. Because me now I suggest places where me have the item if me not have it. Me say, you did go over by so and so, me go already. You did go around by so and so? Yes. Me say, so you check over here, so? Me go there. And when me realize, I buy me, them come last. But then say me and them a friend. And them call me sis. And then call me babe. And then call me hon.
Darling.
Yes. So let me tell you something now. A lot of people that we see and have around us are not happy for us. A lot of people that you and I know that we eat with, we drink with, we laugh with, we party with, we gossip with, we fellowship at church with, is not with us and for us. And that is why a lot of us not getting anywhere. We're not succeeding because we're surrounded by the wrong set of people. The people that we're surrounded by don't want to see us win. We have a lot of old drillers on our boats. We have a lot of people that drill holes in our boat, on the boat. That's why no matter how much water we bail out of the boat, we still a sink. Because the more we bail out the water, the more somebody drill a hole. But I want to say to one sister on this life today, your life is in your hands, and it is you to decide your own destiny. Elementary, if you have the power to reset your life. Hey John, look for your nice sister. Your sister pretty and clean. John, look for your sister. Except you know good things. Look at your woman nice and pretty. Except look. I remember, you know, nobody get comfortable, you know, because people are saying, you safe like gold. That could never happen. That could never happen. Anyway, but that's a light moment, guys. But I'm saying this Be aware of your surroundings. And when I say be aware of your surrounding, I'm not talking about just the space. Like if you're in this room, be aware of all who's in the room, right? You have to be aware of your surrounding. You have to be very, very intentional about the friendship, the bonds, the connections, and the ties that you're gonna form in 2025, because some of these people that we are connected to are destiny killers, and if they are connected to us, our destiny will die. Some of these persons we are connected to and attached to are destiny killers. And once they are connected to us, or we allow them in our space, our destiny will die. Now we have to be intentional. And sometimes at this point in time in any given year is when one stops to say, I have achieved or I have accomplished what I set out to do for 2024, or I didn't accomplish what I'd set out to accomplish or achieved. Come and see it. I think this the juicy. This one was one. I think this one was the 135. Yeah, this one is 135. Yeah. Okay. And this is the time of year when we take a minute or pause to say, you know, we want something else, and we make what we call New Year resolution, and we're gonna go to the gym, we want to lose weight, we're gonna do self-care, we're gonna do skincare, we're gonna start a little study program, we're gonna start a little small business, we're gonna get closer to God, we're gonna go to church every Sunday when it is possible. And all of these grand pronouncements we come up with at this time of the year, and then we said, all right, we're going to be doing this, going to be doing that. But as the year ran on, the new year come, and we jump in and we keep doing the same thing. So we're not going to church. We didn't increase our prayer life, even though those were our resolution. We didn't change anything. We're doing the same thing the same way. So when 2025 this time come again, you're gonna be at the same place because you didn't grow, because you didn't change. So if you plan to grow in 2025, I am telling you that you have to change, and you cannot wait until January 1 to just get up and be a whole different person. On January 1, I am still gonna be Valine. When January 1 come, I will not be a different person. I will still be Shakur and Tenil's mother. I'll still be Septi's people. I will still be my mother's daughter. I will still be Valine. Nothing is gonna change. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I can change the way I am, the way I handle things, the things that concerns me, the things I get involved in, and how I improve my life, myself, and the way I show up in this world. Whether I'm going to be a nuisance to the world, a menace or a danger to the world, I'm going to be a positive part of the impactful change that this world needs. Now, every year we say, you know, boy, next year I'm going to start save a little more because I want to buy one piece of land. Next year, I feel I need to go back to school because I want to get a good job. Next year, let me say something to you guys. Stop saying next year, next month, next week, next life. Today is the day. Today is that day to make some meaningful decision that will benefit you greatly in 2025. Make the decision to start taking better care of yourself, your personal self. Face it. Make the decision to start pouring into you. Make the decision to start being healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, psychologically healthy, financially healthy, and physically healthy. May I declare to you through the word of God Almighty, you're looking at a very healthy woman on your screen. Healthy in every way I just said to you a while ago. It didn't happen overnight. It happened when I learned what I was doing wrong. And I was willing to accept that I was doing a lot of things wrong. So I had to undergo changes. I had to come out of denial. Stop thinking I am always right. Stop thinking that no one's supposed to criticize me. Stop thinking everyone should respect me and everyone should love me and everyone should look up to me and everyone should idolize me and nobody no ever go against when me I say or when me feel or when me believe. I had to change that mindset. I had to stop taking myself more seriously than I needed to. I had to see myself in the faces of every other human being I see. I had to see myself equal to all other persons. And I also had to realize my worth and to know the spaces in which I should never dwell or tarry. Spaces is not always in a room, but right? So when I say space, don't think it's just in my house or in these spaces. And I had to learn that. I had to learn I cannot be healthy if I don't get enough sleep, if I don't drink enough water, if I don't exercise, if I don't pray, if I don't have a heart of gratitude, if I don't have compassion, if I don't reach back to pull one up, and if I don't go back and give to God's children while allowing them to keep their dignity. You hear what I say, right? I had to come to a place in my life where I said, you are approaching 50 years old and the same old is not gonna work for you, Valine. So what are the changes that you're willing to make? I made changes that literally broke my heart. I had to let go of people that I loved. I had to let go people that I love. But the love I have for them was the destruction of me. So I had to let them go, and it was painful. I had to close doors on friendships that spans over 18 years because it had become too toxic. It had become a draining for me. It was too draining. It was very toxic and taxing. T-A-X, taxing. And toxic. Poisonous, not good. Yeah? And I had to close the door. I had people that I had to take up my phone and call and say, listen, don't take it the wrong way. I have nothing against you, but I want to discontinue this association with you. And it's not because of anything that you have done wrong or bad to me, but my best interest and my purpose is not aligned with this friendship. I have family members that I've not spoken to in months. I've seen text messages from them. I read, and I move on. I don't even acknowledge the messages. Because I realize in order for me to grow and get to the next level, a lot of people can't go with me. And a lot of things that I was comfortable with wouldn't work there. So I had to get comfortable being without these people and without those things. Hey June, hey Cheryl, hey Virginia. And I made those changes. I have no regrets at all that I have disassociated myself from so many people. I have no regret that my phone ring way less. I have absolutely no regret that I don't see text messages in my phone from these people anymore. I have no regret that these people don't mention my name in good or bad or in any way at all anymore. I have no regret that these people don't have to call me to ask me if I can and if I have and if they could get. And let me tell you, don't feel guilty when you make these changes. Don't. I don't want you to walk around here feeling guilty when you make those changes. I made them, and I am satisfied with my position. I am glad that I listened to the voice of God, that I had to come out from among. And it was hard, because when you and people have friendship for 18 years and you have to make a call in your head to say, this friendship is not good for me. This friendship is a part of why I'm struggling and I'm suffering. This friendship doesn't have anything positive in it. And you have to literally say, I know, you go look away. People love to say, oh yeah, go on like say. Oh, she thinks she reach. Oh, from them this and that and that. Oh, in thinking better than people. Oh, all of a sudden he go on like say. But because you used to rub out the weed in your hand and your brethren smoke the one slip. Just say weed out, we can't. Say weed out, bad brother. Because you and your brethren used to do that, don't mean you have to continue doing that with that brethren. And because you and the girl used to say, Goody, we're going to town, Ray. Goody, man, tell us last night, me said a thing shot, my bubble down, bubble. You don't have to keep doing that with that person. We're not saying you should isolate yourself. We're not saying you should act as if you're above and beyond. But you can be different. And you can and you have the right to separate yourself. You have that right to change and not feel ashamed or guilty that you no longer want to talk like you're a Jezebel. Mr. Good Girl! But you want to speak properly and conduct yourself as a lady and not just a woman. Nothing is wrong if you don't want to wear your boxers up here and your pants down there and a piece of dirty slippers for your foot and ring out your hand no more. And you want to put your shirt in your pants and speak like a gentleman, like the son your mother and father raised you to be, like the daughter your mother and father raised you to be. Do not feel ashamed when you level up. Don't feel ashamed. ATT kisses. Don't feel ashamed to level up. Never feel guilty to stand tall. Never feel guilty when you have to shed some things and people and places to go forward. Don't feel guilty when you take the shackles off. It's okay to free yourself and free your mind. Don't let your conscience, or just the fact that you're grateful, the fact that when you didn't have food 3 Sundays ago, TT give you a plate of food, but now you find that TT is not good for you and your mental growth and stability. Because TT give you a plate of food 3 weeks ago, you can't shed TT, a liar tell. There was a season for TT. The season done, so we gone. Now it's Tamisha's season. Let's see what Tamisha's does. And if you have a friend and they're not showing up in the relationship in a manner that is positive and conducive for growth and development, elevation and accomplishment and success, you need to wire that out. I'm saying to you, your life is yours to decide what to do with, how to love, who to love, how to worship, where to worship, what to wear, what not to wear. And you have to take back control of your life. If you sit down and say, if I speak my truth, Eva is gonna be offended. If I say how I feel, Delet is gonna say Lady V is talking to me. If I speak about the blue dress, Ivana gonna say I miss you throw a word and come in at the blue dress, you will never get where you're going. If you walk around here being worried about everybody's feeling, you will never accomplish or achieve that which you desire or deserve. Because you're worried about all the exterior things and you're not worried about the one main thing, which is you, your mental state, and your physical state. You have to worry about that. And like I said, every year at this time, the resolutionist comes out. And from next year, I don't eat pork anymore. I will be stop smoking, stop drinking, stop drinking coffee. And I no longer go to clubs. I no longer drink alcohol. It's like when you have Lent. And we give up something for Lent. We don't eat this. We don't eat red meat. Some people don't drink coffee. Some people don't this. Some people don't. And the Lent finished. 40 days, and on the 41st, you just take the coffee, put up your head, and like he's an addict. You just glut, glut, glut. If you could live without coffee for 40 days, trust and believe when I tell you could live without it for the rest of your life. Anything you can choose to not use for some more than 7 days, trust me, you don't need it again. You don't need it again. But the 41st day, you're back on coffee. Because that is the conditioning of your mind. You told yourself Lent was 40 days. And once the 40 days end, I need to go back being the old me. If you want, you can share the life. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Alright? It's no longer about that type of thing. This kind of movement I'm on is no longer about that. So let that be said. And we sometimes believe we have to stay in the same place with the same people, because I didn't have anywhere to live. My friend Sudine let me sleep at her house 2 weeks. And now, Sudine is doing me the most, but because I slept in her place, when you know if I live, and me put you up for live so she can piss on me, now she must come and pee on me because of a 2 week that you give me a roof over my head. But God, I know I'm going to thank her, I'm going to be grateful, but I'm not going to let gratitude keep me bound to toxicity. I will never allow gratitude in me to keep me trapped in slavery. I will never allow gratitude in me to sit and do the same thing in the same way over and over again, like a revolving door or a hamster on a wheel, and expect a different result. I may be stupid, but not that stupid. I may even look stupid, but I'm not stupid. I know growth come with changes. And growth come with pain. So when you have to say to a friend that you have been going to primary school with, I can no longer be a part of this friendship. We never speak about anything positive. We never even discuss a little business idea. You know how long I want to start a little business, and you say you want to start something. We're friends. We know each other our lifetimes like we're family, because we know each other so well. Why we couldn't merge and put something together? The only time some people call is to say, hey, girl, you see what happened? And what? Me say, the man come now. Next time she call you again, you girl, you couldn't call me and tell me say the man come down there and take up the something. Hey, me hear the man move out all the furniture we put in shows. Hey, you girl, Lord of mercy. You have those people. Every time they come on your telephone, it's with the most negative things. It is always gossip. It is always somebody's business. It is always your name here say, you know say. You see those type of people? You don't really need them. You see the people where, then you know you say, hey, you don't know what say. Them people there. 2025 is not for you and them. If you're going to get to where you're going to, you can't take them with you 2025. Not asking you. The people who gossip 60% of the time with you, you may want to shuffle the deck. How you don't need maybe more than one of that in your life, you know. Just think if you have 4 friends and the 4 of them like to gossip on the same level. You just have a head full of people business. After a while, you never know your business member, your business. You're so busy in other people's business that you lost all your place in your business. Think about those things. Every year we say we're going to change. And every year we say, every year, let me tell you, to be a better version of yourself for 2025, you need, I didn't say you want, you need to start a prayer life. A sound, a solid prayer life. You hear me? You need to start drinking lots of water. You need to start exercising, physical exercise. You need to start reading. I mean, read from social media, not that type of reading. If you have the books on your phone or the Kindle or your iPod or whatever, your tablet, fine. But not the social media. You need to start reading books. You need to tell yourself, I'll be reading 3 books in every quarter of the year. You can choose the type of book that you have interest in. But you need to start expanding your scope for knowledge. Don't get comfortable in the fact that you're limited with knowledge and I'm comfortable in my limitations. No. There's always room for improvement. You're never too old to go to school. You don't have to go to school to become an architect. You don't have to go to school to become a dermatologist. You don't even have to go to school to become a marketing manager or anything. You could go to school in the field that you're already in and perfect your craft. So there's always opportunities. And it's never too late. Some of us love to say, boy, so then you know, I say, look, I can't go back to school. Look at me, I know me old man. Me can't learn, not me too old. You're never too old to learn.
People say that all the time.
All the times. You're never too old to learn. And you're never too old to change. You're never too old to learn. And you're never too old to change. Hey, Julie. Hey, Pam. Right? So just go ahead and make the flipping change and make it now. Tell yourself, if God spare our lives, yours and mine, and we get to 2025, we're going to be different people in 2025. We're not going to be petty. So when somebody just call your name, dirty girl, Sudin. Yes, me a dirty girl, me gone. Thinking Valley. Yes, me a thinking Valley, we gone. We're not going to be petty. We ain't going to be listening to the noise. We're not going to be about the foolish things. We're going to be about the things of God. We're going to be about the things of growth and development and success. We're going to be wise. We're not going to fight every battle and run out of gas and energy. Pan going no places. Things and people. But we're going to pick our battles well. We're going to keep silent. And we're going to work.